Today we're talking about the DJI MAVIC Air 2 and the DJI FPV. We're going to compare the footage from both drones, and we're basically just going to figure out which drone is better for you here in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here with Drone Nerds, and today we're talking about the DJI FPV drone and the DJI MAVIC Air 2. And now, first off, I want to start the video off by saying that I've flown both drones for countless hours. I love both drones. I've shot amazing video with both drones, and I'm a big fan of both drones. But obviously, one drone does one thing better than the other. Let's talk about, first off, the price. The MAVIC Air 2 is $799. The FPV is $1299. But with the FPV, you get the goggles, you get the controller, you're getting a drone that goes almost 60 miles an hour. With the MAVIC Air 2, you're getting a drone that shoots 4K 60 frames per second, the same as the FPV, but the big difference is really coming down to the camera itself. On the MAVIC Air 2, you have a 3-axis gimbal. On the FPV drone, you have a 1-axis gimbal. But the FPV drone is a different type of drone for a different type of action. When I use the FPV drone, I want to go fast. I want to be able to get in between objects. I want to be able to get very aggressive in my flying. When I'm flying with the MAVIC Air 2, I like to have nice, beautiful, steady footage, maybe of a sunrise, or maybe of someone surfing, maybe some, beautiful scenery. That's what the MAVIC Air 2 is really good at. The MAVIC Air 2 also has sensors in the rear of the drone. So if you are flying backwards a lot and you're worried about flying into a tree, well, the MAVIC Air 2 has you covered. The DJI FPV drone is a lot of fun to fly. The MAVIC Air 2 is also a lot of fun to fly. The controllers are both updated, newer controllers. They're both very kind of newer drones in the DJI line. I'm honestly flying the MAVIC Air 2 probably way more than the Mavic 2. And now with the FPV, I've got the perfect combination of a fast flying action drone and then a very, very cinematic, very, very smooth, very high quality drone, which is the MAVIC Air 2. The MAVIC Air 2 is going to fly for a longer period because it's not exerting as much energy. When I'm flying with the FPV, I'm normally in sport mode and I'm flying full speed. I'm going all out the entire time. You guys have seen some of my videos here on YouTube. Flying with the FPV, it's a lot of fun. It's really just a lot of fun to fly. I enjoy flying the FPV, not just for the filming, but also for the actual enjoyment of flying this very, very fun, very capable drone. Now, again, going back to the cameras. The FPV drone has a wider field of view. It's more of a fisheye. The camera itself is more of a fisheye lens. And then with the MAVIC Air 2, you have a flat lens. So the image is going to be much flatter. If you're looking to really film cinematic, high quality videos, and you just want really smooth, beautiful footage of scenic places, maybe a little bit of action, the MAVIC Air 2 is going to be your choice, your weapon of choice, or your drone of choice. The FPV drone is going to be more for the person looking to go fast, looking to maybe film some really fast action like dirt bikes, racing, and things like that, or just anything that goes fast. The FPV is going to be really good at it because it also goes really fast. If you're filming fast cars or anything like that, you might want to check out the FPV because it goes really fast. It's very agile. It's very, very wing, 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 wing all over the place. Where the MAVIC Air 2 is a little bit slower, but you have that 3-axis gimbal, so the footage is going to be very smooth. With the FPV, the 1-axis gimbal, when you're flying, you're going to have this. The horizon's going to be doing this, and you're going to get more of that FPV feel. That's that first-person view. That's why we fly with the goggles. That's why we really can get in there and get some cool shots with the FPV. Like I said earlier, I love both drones. I really do. I enjoy both drones for what they are. Trying to compare the two and say, hey, which drone is better? I don't think there is a better drone out of the two. I think they both really shine in their own perspectives. The MAVIC Air 2 is the cinema drone. The FPV is the cinema FPV drone, which you can still film amazingly high quality videos with the FPV drone. But, you know, if you're really just looking for that cinematic look and you're looking maybe to save a little bit of money, you can't go wrong with the Mavic Air 2, especially at the price point that it is. When the price came out, I had to double check it because I was like, wait, you're telling me that I can buy a drone that shoots 4K 60 frames per second at $799? Well, now you're blowing my mind. To really finish this up here, you can see the different footage. And like I said earlier, you can tell the difference between the FPV and the Mavic Air 2 just simply by the wideness or the kind of fisheye look in the footage. But when it comes down to the actual quality, I can't tell a major difference in quality. They both look very, very good, very high quality. They both shoot 4K. They both, you know, are very, very capable drones. I've said that many times now in this video, but I really want to crush this whole debate of which drone is better. I think at the end of the day, like I said, that both drones are very good in their own category. If you had to pick one or the other, it really comes down to what you're looking to do. If you're looking to film videos of your family, just very nice, very easy, very simple videos, and you just want some really cool footage with the drone, then the Mavic Air 2 is definitely going to be the one for you. If you're looking for something a little bit more extreme, if you want to push the envelope, if you really want to get out there and film some amazing videos, some high, fast action quality videos, and you can't go wrong with the DJI FPV. So hopefully that gives you a better idea if you're on the fence between the FPV and the Mavic Air 2. If you feel like you're not going to be really going fast, if you feel like you're not going to be pushing the envelope and trying to get all crazy and fly acrobatic and fly through things and, you know, really get out there and get wild, then you might be better off just saving some money and buying the Mavic Air 2. If you're a beginner drone pilot, both drones really do fly very similar in normal mode. They both really do allow pretty much every level of drone pilot to fly them. They're not hard to fly by any means. You do not need to be an expert to fly the FPV. When I first flew the FPV drone, I had never flown a FPV drone before, but I was able to basically take it out of the box, put a battery in it, and start flying it right away because I've been used to flying the DJI drones like the Mavic Air 2 for the last 5 or 6 years. So that answers that question. If you are a beginner, both drones are great, but it really comes down to figuring out what you're looking to do. If you guys have any more questions, don't be afraid to contact us at Drone Nerds. We have a full staff of customer service representatives that live, breathe, and fly drones every day. They can answer all your questions. Check it out at dronenerds.com. We've also got all these drones in stock, ready to ship at dronenerds.com. I will talk to you guys later on.